Hello again, welcome to Sports This Morning on your award-winning station, of course, Channels Television. So great to be here again to talk sports, and it will be an interesting package as usual. I'm yours truly, Ayotunde Balogun.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
Good morning, I'm glad you could join us on the show. I'm Taya Salam.
All right, let's set the ball rolling very quickly. We're talking athletics on the show today. Athletics will definitely be in a focus. What's the next line of action as it regards the sport? Don't forget the 2016 Rio Olympics will be coming up, and athletics, track and field events will definitely be on the front burner for Nigeria. With the AFN already releasing the entry standards for athletes that will be competing, what should we expect? Big question.
So much from Nigerian athletes. Of course, still focusing on athletics. Nigeria, of course, will be there, but there is a country that may not just be there. Right now, the WSADA, talking about the Russia Anti-Doping Agency, they've been suspended for non-compliance. That's according to WADA, that's the World Anti-Doping Agency. They've suspended this particular body responsible for the control of drugs and, of course, doping rules in Russia.
When your anti-doping agency in your country is not doing its job, then it appears there's really no hope at all. But moving on to the ATP Tour Finals, where Rafael Nadal is through to the semi-finals of the ATP World Tour Finals following a 6-4, 6-1 thumping of Andy Murray and the Stan Wawrinka win over David Ferrer. Talk about returning favor. The last time Nadal and Murray actually met in Madrid, it was the other way around. Murray won that game convincingly, but this time around, right in London, with the home support behind.
I've done a favor for you,
exactly, so that's how you return the favor.
Yeah, all right.
What's this supposed to mean? Well, I think Andy Murray was just out of sorts. That's what happened. Yeah.
So when you say that,
totally out of sorts that particular game, and the first set at least he tried a little bit, but the second one, what was he thinking?
Yeah. When you say Andy Murray was out of sorts, you're trying to take some credit away from how impressive Nadal was in that game. Nadal was just incredible in that particular match. He was very sharp, and he took his opportunities, and that's what you do as a tennis player as well too. And I remember Chinasa saying the other day as well too that Nadal can beat someone in the top 10 again. Blah blah blah. It's done. Stan Wawrinka now is done, and Murray as well. So who's next?
And both of them are ranked higher than him.
Yeah, he's number 5 in the world, and he's beating those two lads already. Who knows what's going to happen when he meets Roger Federer or even Novak Djokovic? I'm just saying, you never rule out Nadal. That's my point.
Okay, definitely.
All right, definitely. Okay, we'll definitely get to that in the course of the show. So please just stay with us while we move along. Very quickly, let's talk about an interesting thing that happened, of course, or that has already happened in the Nigeria Professional Football League. I know Cecilia is already itching to talk about that.
Some of the statistics, some of the statistics put together by SuperSport. I mean, how many games that were played this season? We have about 380 matches played, and at the end of the day, we have 816 goals scored. And check the
quite impressive.
Very impressive. Of course, Aim, of course, have most of the stats and all that, considered less goals, and of course have a winning streak of about 10. Now there you have it. There you have 380 games played this season, and of course on average, then the goals that were scored, that's an average of 2 goals per game, 816, which is really huge. And away goals scored 226. And for 17 points, that's the numbers of points that Ava got in the league to win the title. Of course, Dolphins got 73. That was in 2011.
Wow, just 3 points short.
Precisely. So Ava was actually targeting that. Just get that. The Warriors, of course, made the highest scoring side. 62 goals they scored in 38 matches this season.
And still they couldn't win the league.
Is that easy?
Win the league.
Win the crucial one.
I thought they said the key to winning the league is about the number of goals you score.
Have you ever heard?
Well, because you score so many goals, you have to, you have to translate them to victories. So you mean you're just scoring goals and you still end up on the losing side most of the time?
Okay, can I come in now?
Okay.
Winning. How did they say this again, Cecilia? I'm sure you heard it before. Defense actually wins you championships.
Thank you.
Not offense. You don't score all the goals in the world and concede just as many. And you expect to go on and win a championship as tough as what we have in the Nigerian league. So That's how it works.
The away wins actually 31 this season. Then that number actually equaled the one of 2010 and 2011 season. And also you have a 29. Well, talking about Sunshine Stars, the striker, the guy who actually netted the fastest goal this season, Okike Afolabi, he got in 29 seconds. That was when he scored the fastest goal of the season. And of course, the number of goals conceded by the best defending side in the championship happens to be 27, and that is Enyimba. Of course, defeat suffered by Kwara United. Of course, okay.
Yeah, let's go back to that Enyimba stats now. They conceded 27 goals,
that's
right?
It.
That's the least in the league.
Yes.
And that's why they won the title.
Thank you. And so, check the clean sheets that they actually kept.
So don't bother scoring too many goals. Just make sure the defense is,
19 defense. You talked about defense, right?
Park the bus when you need to park the bus every game, and you win the league. All right.
You talked about defense right now. They actually had about 19. Clean sheets this season. So we have 19 clean sheets. So definitely, the title is definitely going to be yours. And Bolan Salami, of course, highest goal scorer this season. 17 goals he got. Then of course you have Kano Pillars. This season, of course, they are 12-year unbeaten record. Actually at home, so about 202 games.
202 games.
And of course, at the end of it, after 12 years and 44 days, with Nasarawa United, the team of the moment.
You wouldn't expect a Nasarawa United to end up,
but it happened. Definitely the surprise team of
the season.
Sure.
No one saw them coming.
That is it. And of course, looking at the longest unbeaten streak of the season, and that actually belongs to who? Enyimba. So that's how it will answer. Yes, of course, deserved champions, you would say. And of course, if you check also for them, well, they claimed their title 7th, of course.
That's a record as well.
That's a record also for them. And Giwa FC. Now, take a look at this one. Giwa FC, Nasarawa United, Enyimba, Wiki Tourists, Lobi Stars, and of course, relegated Sharks. It's shocking, right? Happens to be the teams that did not suffer a home defeat.
Wow.
Yeah, and Sharks, when I saw Sharks there, I was like, why?
So what's the point of going unbeaten
at home and you still get relegated?
That's when it comes
to these stats have a way of, shocking you at times.
Yeah. And of course, the highest numbers of away wins, we have 5. And of course, Enyimba actually got 5 of away wins this season. At Taraba FC, Dolphins, Kwara United, Rangers, of course, at Abia Warriors, they were able to get that away victory from there. And one interesting one, Akwa United survived relegation, of course. They happens to be the only side who got just 3 points on the road. I mean, they had a draw with Enyimba, Bayelsa United, of course, at Rangers. Those were the clubs that were able to hold them to a draw.
That's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing, definitely.
Better than nothing. But I always say it can only get better with all these statistics. Next season, let's have more goals scored. Let's have more clean sheets. Let's have strikers hitting the 25 or 30 goal mark. It just makes a statement that yes, the league is definitely improving.
I agree with you.
Tough one for all the clubs participating for next season.
Yeah, definitely. Before we move on from the NPFL, I was just going to say I would have loved to see the average attendance for this particular season. There's been a lot of debates about why fans are actually not turning out to watch Nigerian Premier League games. I would have loved to see how it ended this year. How many people actually turned out to watch?
Okay. All right, let's get on with the show now. Let's talk about the world of athletics, certainly, with all the noise about doping issues here and there. Cecilia, yes, we talked about the
latest.
Yeah. World Anti-Doping Agency.
There's a crackdown on Russia drug cheats and all that. The fact that the country's anti-doping agency have been suspended, and this is because, according to WADA, they said they actually want to extend investigations. Looking at different sports and of course other countries. So it's definitely not going to be only right now in Russia. So countries like Mexico, Brazil, and all of them have been mentioned and other concerning this particular incident.
Yeah, just incredible, right? When the watchdog of the watchdog that is supposed to actually run anti-doping programs in your country, they've been found culpable as well. So it just shows you, like, it looks like there's no hope at all. Yeah, that's what it looks like, and it's a big shame. And hopefully, they're able to put the house in order. Like they're suspended at the moment. A committee has actually been appointed by the IAAF to monitor the reforms going on in Russia at the moment, and hopefully it yields positive results, because we don't want cheating in sports.
We don't want cheats, definitely.
Any type, not in athletics, not in any country. and that's what we're seeing at the moment from Russia. But make no mistake about it, it's not Russia alone. There's several countries that have been found culpable as well too, and they all need to put their house in order. I'm talking countries like Israel, Andorra, Argentina, Bolivia, Ukraine. They've all had their antibody agencies actually suspended as well because they're not doing their jobs. That's just incredible.
I'm so happy that Nigeria is very clean. Okay, let's just get to listen to all of them. And even reactions from coming from Russia. They say with this suspension, they definitely want to see everything possible to ensure that they do a very good reforms because they want to be at the Olympics.
There was very clear evidence that the National Anti-Doping Organisation was not compliant. The compliance system we have, as you may have heard, involves us in actually speaking to organisations before we declare them non-compliant. We asked for their evidence. The evidence we got didn't help us in any way. It was quite clear that they're non-compliant and they've been declared non-compliant today. As from this minute, we now start the work with their assistance, and above all their assistance, because the ball is firmly in Russia's court, that they have to become compliant, and clearly we will help them to do that.
Well, not unexpected. I mean, I think every organization that's looked at the what it's meant to do has had no compunction at all in doing it. Our president suspended the lab. The director of the lab is gone. RUSAT has been declared non-compliant. ARAF has been declared non-compliant by the IAAF very quickly and with either unanimous or near unanimous support. So I think people get it.
We fully support any additional measures to ARAF, to athletes and supports who we catch in doping or who violates anti-doping rules. But we absolutely show that clean and clean athletes can't be lost their right to participate in sport events. It's independent from governments. It's a sport organization, but we do our best for support and implement recommendation which were given by IAAF and WADA.